Winters get long up here in northern Minnesota, but we've got lots to keep us busy. I'm gonna have to get the shovel before I can get in there. To be honest, I was pretty discouraged that we weren't completely done with the greenhouse before winter, but I'm trying to keep a positive outlook on it, and wanted to show you how we have used it over the winter and how it's changed over the winter. Good morning. Oh, it's dark in here, isn't it? Look out! What you doing in there, Mama? Thank you. Since the blowers aren't working yet, and during the deepest, darkest, snowiest part of winter, we did have to remove some snow from the Lexon. On the warmer days, when we had sun all day, that snow would just melt off and we wouldn't have to do anything. But on these really cloudy days, and especially when we would get 17 inches of snow, there was some snow removal we had to do on the greenhouse. I recently heard Joel tell someone how much fun he had using the skid loader, how he just loved plowing. Well, I'm glad because he got to do it a lot this season. I, on the other hand, do not love shoveling. We got this much shoveled going up the hill, so this would be a good turnaround spot. All right, I am in here checking on the spider mite progress. So I came out here and snipped off the pieces that I thought the spider mites were reproducing on. And now it was Monday and it is now Friday. And I came out here to check and see if I can see any new ones. And I don't. So this is where I had cut off. And I don't see any new orange guys. Got a little treat for the girls this morning. Hi! Since our chickens didn't have access to outside this winter, it just wouldn't have been easy getting them in and out every day. We did really make an effort to give them things to do and give them extra snacks and give them a variety of things to eat so that they stayed healthy and their eggs were really good. And also it gave them something to do, because when they get bored, sometimes they can start picking on each other. And we went through that already last summer with the little chicken and did not want to go through that again. And we were able to grow some in the greenhouse over the winter. We grew rutabagas and turnips. I had a few onions. We had Brussels sprouts. We kept, I believe, all of the trees alive. I say I believe because we have yet to see winter is not over. But I think we're through the coldest part of it. And we had zucchini and tomatoes like almost till Thanksgiving. Well, we should have rutabagas with the pork tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have some little red onions and green onions. Oh, landed right in the chicken feeder. So we are starting to think about spring and starting seeds. And so working backward from that, I realized that we'll need some compost in these beds, in the south bed and the north bed here. And I didn't want to buy compost this year. And I figured we had these wonderful chickens, so we were putting them to use. I harvested all of the rutabagas, and I had a few onions actually left over here in this south bed. And then these rutabagas, they don't look like they're doing very well, do they? But I'm gonna harvest the rest of those too. Oh, look at the size of that one. It's a nice one. Hey kids! Hey kids! And then we had some what I'll call growth moments over the winter. Some happy, some sad. Eric made us super proud and joined the National Guard, and on his 18th birthday went to his first drill weekend. And his first act as Private Rebar was to stand at attention during his grandfather's funeral. Joel's dad passed away unexpectedly on November 30th. This kind of loss changes you. There's good change and there's bad change. The bad change is that he is missed every day. The good change is it reminds us to see all the beauty every day. And to never stop learning and having fun. And so we filled the rest of our winter with exactly that. I'm trying to make English muffins for the first time. I've never made them before. And this is the dough after I let it proof for an hour and a half. And it almost fell on the floor. I just barely saved it.
It's a big one. Come on, you can get it.
I already tore it.
There you go.
You can have it for... Oh, thank you. This looks really good. Oh my gosh. Have you had one yet?
No, but Dad said they gave you the first one.
Oh my gosh, that is so good. And during the darkest part of winter, when we're having days that are less than 8 hours long and barely getting above zero, we started to worry about the chickens and the trees and how they were doing in the greenhouse. This morning it is minus 19 outside, and it is 30 degrees in here. Yesterday was a really sunny day, and today looks like it's going to be a really cloudy day. So I don't know if we'll get much more heat built up in here today because we're not supposed to get above zero, but I'm pretty happy with that. This morning it is 10 below outside. With the wind chill it says it's like 30 below, but it is still 30 degrees in here. We got a couple inches of snow last night again, so the greenhouse is covered, so I'm going to go out and uncover the greenhouse. But I wanted to see what the temp was in here, and it is 26 degrees in here and minus 6 outside. And as winter wore on and the days started to get a little bit longer, by the end of January, we had days where it could be 80 degrees. It's really nice in here. I think I'm just going to stay in here. It's warmer in here than it is in our house. It is 82 degrees in the greenhouse today, and today is January 28th, and outside it is 3 degrees, but with the wind chill it's making it feel like -8. So I decided to put my shorts and t-shirt on and come out and hang out in the greenhouse. We are in zone 3B-ish in northern Minnesota, and we started our greenhouse in the snow kit last year. It is not completely finished, so we don't have the ultimate in temperature control yet. We still have to work on the blowers and get the cold room wall built. Something we are learning about the greenhouse in the snow, or just in general a greenhouse, is that it's been a fairly warmish January for us, and that usually means it's pretty cloudy, so we're not getting a ton of sun. But what's nice about that is it's still staying pretty warm in the greenhouse then. If it's 30 degrees outside, it's warmer than that inside, but at least that. And then on these sunny days, it is 82 degrees in here today and 0 outside. We're supposed to have a streak of single digits during the day and like -20s at night. So all of this sun is warming everything up in here to store a little bit of heat over the night or overnight, and it's not getting down to less than maybe 18, 16 degrees in here at night. So because it's so beautiful in here and I was needing a little break from winter, I'm not starting my seeds yet. It doesn't do me any good in our zone to start them really before March. So, but I have been wanting to start some herbs just that I'm going to have in little pots in the house. So I've got some dill, some cilantro, and a couple kinds of basil. And I'm even going to try these bunching onions just to see what I can get to happen in the house. Because these are all things I can keep in the house. They can stay on my counter. They can stay on my seed starting shelf. I'm not worried about them getting too big, whereas if I were starting tomatoes right now, I'd be really kicking myself in about 8 weeks. And we'll put a few of these in there. It is such good therapy to get your hands dirty in January. Cheers.
Cheers.
Sauna time.
Here we go. All right, here's your bowl. Get yourself wet.
So we're not doing the tank today.
All right, we got 5.
We're doing 5-gallon buckets.
Yeah, 5-gallon buckets.
Of really cold well water.
Mm-hmm.
It says between 180 and 190. This is where Joel and I solve all of the world's problems. Good of our own, but the world's. You can do it.
Keep going. Keep going.
That is so cool.
Keep going.